She gave you possession of the car when you gave her $50. She doesn't know you from a hole in the wall. The first payment you were supposed to make, you didn't make. You waited 2 weeks and you completed a payment that you were supposed to make at the beginning of the month. The following month, you made no payment at all.
Because I tried to contact her and tried to tell her about a payment.
Finito. Make believe she's a bank.
What about the belongings inside the car?
You're done. You
Okay,
have proof.
sounds good.
You may have proof that you bought it.
Sounds good.
You have proof that you bought it.
Sounds
but with
good.
a big dog cage and the glass
That's the only
shells in
thing
the
I received, and I have a receipt right here.
Listen,
In my glass, it was in the middle of the street. My glass thing was in the middle of the
I do not believe
street.
that stuff was in the car.
Okay.
Got it?
But I have the receipts and everything for the stuff that was in the middle of, or in the back of the car.
Put your hand down.
She and her boyfriend have my car key, the master car key that has a chip in it.
You can rekey it. You don't want the key back.
At this
Rekey
point,
it.
no.
Rekey it.
Okay, thank you.
Parties are excused and they step out.
Judge Judy continues in a moment. And on the next Judge Judy.
My opinion's the only one that counts.
This lady right here has stolen my things.
There was nothing else in that vehicle.
And I did pay her that first month. I have never missed no payment or nothing.
She did not make all the payments.
She just didn't want to communicate with me.
I did contact Shannon at that time. She said I won't be able to make it.
I don't know. I really don't even know. Like, there's no reason for me to lie about anything.
And she said she would not be able to make it because she's in the process of moving.
I just feel like I bought all that stuff in the car and it's gone to waste.
I will not be doing this without it being sold.
Don't do it. Don't trust nobody.
Good evening, and thanks for joining us tonight for News 40 at 5. I'm Morgan Hoover.
And I'm Chris Allen. Here we go. We're looking into the weekend from here. It's Thursday. We're going into Friday, Saturday. Final few days of summer.
Yes, I know. I'm just taking in the last bit of warmth that we have.
And you're right. It's going to be the last bit of warmth. What you're feeling right now is that last little bit. What we could use is some rain. If we could just get a little bit. We again today, like yesterday, just seeing a lot of clouds, but no rain around the area. Everything is really, really dry. As we take a look at the look live from a couple of mesonet sites, we go to Butler County near Morgantown. They're reading 83. And near Elkton in Todd County, 82 with a mainly sunny sky. In a few minutes, we'll take a look at the last couple of days of summer and see what the weekend holds for your forecast in just a few minutes. Morgan?
All right, Chris, our top story tonight, a motel in Scottsville has been frequented by city police many times, has now been seized by the Allen County Scottsville Crime Task Force. It's the Uptown Motel on South Court Street. The property owner, 73-year-old Dilivar Dwavedi, has been charged with 7 counts of trafficking in controlled substances. The property is subject to demolition, but ultimately it's up to the Allen County Sheriff and Scottsville Police Department, as the property was forfeited to them in a plea deal.
The decision will be made through both jurisdictions of what we're going to do with the property once it is. So there is an eviction time that the tenant and or the owner and the tenant has to get out. So once that time has expired, then we'll move forward from there.
The chief tells us this situation is somewhat out of the ordinary, especially considering the type of property this is. We'll have more on the story tonight on News 40 at 6, including what people who live in the motel plan to do next. And happening around the Commonwealth, Governor Andy Beshear is looking to give prison inmates a second chance. During the Team Kentucky update today, he introduced his Day One initiative. It would provide jobs and educational opportunities to inmates while they are in prison. He says this initiative will help them be more prepared to enter the job force once they leave.
See, we have been working harder on reentry for those that have been incarcerated. At the same time, doing our best to make sure we have stable employment for individuals when they leave jail or prison. And because of these efforts, we announced all our communities are safer, that people are not recommitting crimes, that they are reuniting with their families and our employers.
Earlier this year, Kentucky recorded the lowest recidivism rate in its history. The governor hopes this initiative will help bring that rate even lower. And we are just 1 week away from the launch of mobile sports betting in the Bluegrass. Governor Beshear says the start of in-person sports wagering has been a huge success. Beshear says $4.5 million was wagered in the last 2 weeks. The governor says he expects that number to grow significantly once mobile betting begins on Thursday, September 28th. Over 60,000 mobile accounts are already pre-registered in the Commonwealth. And a recommendation to add 5 new sports, including Formula One racing and MMA, to the betting catalog came in today. The mobile sports betting apps that will launch Thursday are listed on the Kentucky Horse Racing Commission website. And turning now to the ongoing United Auto Workers strike, which heads into its 2nd week. Auto workers across Kentucky are standing in solidarity with those who are on the picket lines. In Louisville, a rally is held to support those on strike. The UAW is participating in targeted strikes, meaning only certain locations are on the picket lines at a time. No strikes are currently happening in Kentucky, but we spoke with the Bowling Green UAW president earlier this week, who says that could change at any time as workers at the local GM Corvette plant remain on standby. But in the past 48 hours, talks have resumed. The UAW meeting with Stellantis today after talking with Ford and GM yesterday. Despite that seemingly positive development, there's a red line ahead and approaching quickly. Laura Aguirre has more on what that is and what it means.
If we have to strike more, close more, then we'll do that.
The United Auto Workers Union says their walkouts will expand if the nation's 3 largest automakers don't give them a better contract proposal by noon Friday.
I would like to see fair wages for everybody. I would say most of these employees probably live paycheck to paycheck.
Higher wages, 40% higher over 4 years, one of several union demands. The UAW is currently striking at 3 plants, representing each of the big 3 U.S. auto brands. But the threat of Friday's deadline is already having ripple effects. Stellantis, which is meeting with UAW leadership Thursday, is temporarily laying off some non-union workers at their Toledo, Ohio machining plant. GM and Ford are doing the same at some of their other facilities. Those on the picket lines know it's not just auto workers feeling the impact.
I would like to see us get back to work so those other suppliers get back to work and uplift this economy.
The strike fallout also hitting auto industry suppliers. U.S. Steel in Granite City, Illinois laid off several hundred workers this week.
I've had grown men crying in my office that don't know how they're going to provide for their families. It's very difficult. And I know it's business to them, but it's personal to us.
For now, those business talks continue as the deadline clock keeps ticking. I'm Laura Aguirre reporting.
Well, in more local news now, Blood Assurance is in desperate need of O-positive blood donations. They have faced a shortage in recent weeks due to trauma-related incidents that require transfusions. Currently, they only have around a half day's worth of supply of O-positive, which is the most common type of blood in America. If you'd like to donate to Blood Assurance, here's how you can help.
What you can do is go to our website, www.bloodassurance.org, and you can type in your zip code and it will tell you the closest mobile, and it will give you a calendar and that sort of thing.
Blood Assurance officials may be forced to postpone certain surgeries until the supply level is met. So go to bloodassurance.org to find the nearest location. Linemen with electrical co-ops from across the Commonwealth took to the skies today in order to compete against one another. News 40 reporter Tucker Covey went to Fillmore Park to see what all the buzz is about and joins us with more details. Tucker?
Thank you, Morgan. Warren Rural Electrical Co-op Corporation is competing with co-ops from around the state at Fillmore Park in Warren County this week as they host this year's Lineman Rodeo. Linemen from around the state take part in the Lineman Rodeo, a competition meant to hone their safety and skill, but also to build on their ability to interoperate with other crews.
This is their opportunity to show the progress they've made through the year, their hard work, their dedication toward their safety, toward their training.
One of the key points of the competition is to share knowledge across the network of linemen in Kentucky. When disaster strikes, they are able to snap into action and get the lights back on no matter who they are working with.
They compete against each other, but guess what? They share the secrets. They share the trade secrets, the things that are not shortcuts, but the easier way of doing things.
One of the oldest and most important events, the Hurt Man, where a dummy simulates an injured lineman who must be removed from the pole in 4 minutes or less. The event tests the competitors on their speed and safety during a high-stress scenario.
It's good training. It makes these guys much better climbers, so when we do have to do this out in the field, it's just second nature to them.
Weaver says once the linemen have the injured workers off of the pole, they are certified in CPR as a next step before help arrives. The competition continues tomorrow with team competition. Back to you, Morgan.
All right, Tucker. Well, today, people around the world are raising awareness for the leading cause of death and disability. 1 in 3 seniors will die from Alzheimer's or another form of dementia. World Alzheimer's Day is an opportunity to teach people about the disease and its impact on patients, their families, and caregivers around the nation and right here at home.
Our social media will be loud and purple today, of course. The Alzheimer's is known for the power of purple. And so our social media will be lit up all day in celebration of World Alzheimer's Day. And I know that there are rallies and events happening all over Kentucky.
If you'd like to share your experiences or connect with others, you can use the hashtag World Alzheimer's Day on social media. Well, still to come on News 40 at 5, a closer look at the genetic disease that causes pain for a lifetime. 5 things to know about sickle cell disease. But first, Weather Chief Chris Allen is back after the break with a full look at our forecast. He's got to get those pictures in first. He'll tell us what we can expect to see right after this.
WNKY News 40. Broadcasting live from the German American Bank studio in downtown Bowling Green.
Whoa! Big news! DraftKings Sportsbook is coming to Kentucky. You'll be so dialed into every play that you forget to eat your wings. You made my wings cold, DraftKings. Flailing your arms like you can disrupt the free throw. Miss, fool! And a home run will have you crying like it's the birth of your child. I'm so happy.
DraftKings Sportsbook is coming to Kentucky. New customers, download the app now to get $200 in bonus bets when we go live. Because life's more fun when you're in on the action. The crown is yours.
Yeah. Just rock and roll, baby. Cut back tomorrow.
We got you all fixed up. Got it all fixed up for you, man. Let there be light, ma'am.
Looks like she finally called JB.
Warren County Public Schools is hosting a bus driver and monitor job fair Saturday, September 23rd, 8 to noon. Bus monitor starting salary $14 per hour. Bus driver starting salary $17.68 per hour. You can also apply now at warrencountyschools.org.
Have you used a drug named Ozempic or Wegovy and are experiencing severe stomach issues? If so, do not delay. You may be entitled to compensation. Visit forthepeople.com or call the number on your screen now. Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm.
We're all born with the good in us. We're all in need of love. Dreams get torn, but we stand up, making a change that is calling us. Beautiful world, beautiful people, boys and girls, we're all made equal. So clap your hands, get up and dance. Beautiful world, beautiful people.
We're back with Weather Chief Chris Allen. Chris, it was a warm day today, but we've got to have that with the last couple of days of summer before we finally hit fall.
I know. The people that love summer, which is not me, no. I know there's a lot of you out there. You've got 2 more days, well, really 3. 2 days technically of summer.
Right.
But you've got 3 days of the warmth still to go before we start to cool down. So the countdown is on. We've got 2 days officially of summer left after today because Saturday morning, very early, fall begins. As you can see, about 1:50 early. early on Saturday morning. Morning lows, we started out in the upper 50s to low 60s across the area. It was not quite as muggy this morning as it was, say, yesterday morning, but today we've ended back up into the low to almost mid 80s. I think we're going to land yesterday at 85, where we'll get close to that, I think, again later this afternoon when those hourly numbers come in and the weather service says, yeah, it's probably going to be 84, 85. We're at 83 right now at the airport. Winds are coming out of the southeast at 7. The humidity is just 38%, and the dew point at 55. So it's moderately muggy. Not quite, it's a little toasty, but it's not real muggy. And I think that's going to work in our favor for this evening if you're going out for anything. As we look at the maps here and take a look at the next 40 hours, we're still under the influence of high pressure, even though it's far away from us at the moment. We're kind of in between systems, and I think everything is just going to stay pretty status quo here for a while. Back to the west, still a lot of instability, showers and thunderstorms in those same places that they were yesterday. They've drawn back just a little, but they're going to make a comeback into our area as we head into the weekend. Tomorrow looks warm and a little toasty again with a few clouds. I don't think we'll see any shower activity. Not until we get into late Saturday, and now it looks like even Sunday will stay fairly dry for the most part. Here's 9 a.m. Saturday. You see this over here? This is a low pressure system, not yet tropical, but it could become a what we call a warm core tropical system just off the shores of the Carolinas and could throw a lot of rain our direction. The only thing about this is that the Appalachian Mountains and the Great Smokies here may prevent some of that rain from coming our way. So here we are kind of in between two systems. We will get rain out of that system to the west as it tries to make its way in here by the weekend, latter half of the weekend. Mainly clear tonight. Some fog, I think, will develop because I see lower dew points tonight, so that will give way to some radiational cooling and some fog. 58 the overnight low with a calm wind. And then the 7-day forecast is showing that good chance of rain pretty much every day starting Monday. And we're going to turn cooler. As we see here, it's going to be a warm ride for the next several days. And for football frenzy, tomorrow night should be good. First day of fall is Saturday, and we're looking for a high there at 83. It is after that we start to cool down. And here's what's coming up tonight on NBC 40.
Andy Bashir is flat out lying.
I've never supported gender reassignment surgery for kids.
That is false. Bashir sided with the radical left, allowing young children to undergo permanent gender-changing surgery.
Those procedures don't happen here in Kentucky.
Reports prove that gender-changing surgeries were done at this Lexington facility. Andy Bashir caught lying again. What else is he lying about?
Home is more than a house. Wherever you are in your journey of homeownership, German American Bank is here to support you. Our team of dedicated mortgage loan professionals can help you with lending solutions featuring low or no down payment, assistance for closing costs and improvement projects, or even loans specifically for first-time home buyers. We're here to tell you, homeownership is achievable. German American Bank, member FDIC.
I made it to college football as a walk-on. None of the scholarship, but all the hard work. It wasn't glamorous, but it taught me to leave it all on the field. And that's exactly what I'll do as governor. Andy Bashir has failed us. He locked our schools and unlocked our jails. We can do better. I'm Daniel Cameron. I'm leaving it all on the field so the next generation inherits a quality education system, safer communities, and more prosperous families. Join me, and let's go win this thing.
Join the WNKY News 40 weather team. Visit WNKY.com to become a weather watcher.
It is National Sickle Cell Awareness Month, and while the NIH says more than 100,000 people battle this disease in the U.S., many don't know much about it. Tonight's Health Minute, we take a look at 5 things to know about this condition and why early detection is critical. It's a group of inherited blood disorders that cause a constant shortage of red blood cells. Sickle cell disease can lead to serious complications like infection, anemia, and pain.
The pain may be something they live with daily, or it might be not every day, but these sudden, severe attacks of pain.
Dr. Marianne Yee with Children's Healthcare of Atlanta says the first thing to know about sickle cell disease is that people who suffer from it are born with the disorder and will have it throughout their lifetime. Also, it runs in families. Those at highest risk are African Americans and those from Hispanic, Southern European, Middle Eastern, and Asian Indian backgrounds. Third, early detection in newborns is critical to living a healthy life with this disease.
Begin treatments to prevent life-threatening infection. We can teach families warning signs such as fever or other signs that might be a serious event.
4 medications can help make the disease less severe, and regular blood transfusions can also help patients stay healthy.
One of the most important things that we do actually in young children is just starting penicillin as a daily medicine to take to prevent and reduce the risk of serious infection.
Finally, Yee says recent scientific advances are paving the way toward new treatments and maybe even a potential cure.
This is a very exciting time for research in sickle cell because there's a lot of active studies going on to try to help these people with this condition.
And new concerns for the manufacturer of diabetic drug Rybelsus. The drug company Novo Nordisk says it found several strains of bacteria in batches of the main ingredient in the diabetes medication. The same main ingredient is also found in the popular weight loss drug Ozempic. That medication isn't manufactured at the North Carolina facility in question. In July, the FDA reported that the company had failed to thoroughly investigate the cause of the bacteria. The report comes as the Danish pharmaceutical giant scrambles to keep up with the worldwide demand of its Ozempic and Wegovy, popularly used in weight loss. Important information tonight for parents of infants. A new government report shows that 160 children die every year in accidents associated with nursery products. Usher Qureshi shows us what products are a danger and what you can do to protect your baby.
He was very playful, always smiling. He was just a happy baby.
When we met Keenan Overton last year, he told us about his baby boy Ezra. In 2017, Keenan placed him in an inclined sleeper similar to this one at bedtime. But when Keenan woke up, the baby was face down and unresponsive. The 5-month-old had died.
What was that moment like for you? It was the worst day of my life, obviously.
The inclined sleeper and similar products were eventually recalled, but some are unfortunately still in use. A new report from the Consumer Product Safety Commission shows between 2018 and 2020, 46 children died in inclined products not intended for sleep.
Babies can become entrapped in an inclined sleeper where the baby can roll over into an unsafe space.
The CPSC's Nikki Fleming says it's not just inclined products. The report found about 100 babies die every year in other sleep spaces.
Most of the deaths were associated with extra bedding being added to the sleep space, including pillows, quilts, comforters, any soft bedding that can conform to the baby's nose and mouth and block their airway can cause suffocation.
Fleming says cribs, bassinets, and similar products should have nothing in them except for a fitted sheet.
Also, always place your baby to sleep on their backs.
A simple step that could help prevent a tragedy. Usher Qureshi, CBS News, Chicago.
Still to come on News 40 at 5, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky meets with U.S. leaders in Washington as a request for more aid hangs in the balance. What our nation's top leaders are saying next.
Daniel Cameron says it's
one of the first things I will do as governor.
Bringing back former Governor Matt Bevin's ruthless Medicaid plan. threatening to take away coverage from over 95,000 Kentuckians, punishing working parents, putting rural hospitals in danger of shutting down.
This sounds very similar to something that Governor Matt Bevin tried.
Well, absolutely. Denying people coverage, devastating rural health care.
Something that Governor Matt Bevin tried.
Well, absolutely. Cameron's absolutely wrong for Kentucky.
Injured in a car or truck accident? Let Flora Templeton Stewart Accident Injury Lawyers fight the system for you. Get the results you deserve. What does it mean when Flora Templeton Stewart says fight the system? We fight for you against big insurance. You get personal representation with top attorneys. You pay only if you win. So if you're injured, let Flora Templeton Stewart fight the system for you.
Want the best seat to see the big game? Ford's can help, and it can be right in your home. This ultra plush chaise rocking recliner features extra padded seats and full body support for only $5.99. Now at Ford's Furniture in Bowling Green.
Your car's steering wheel could be a literal ticking time bomb. If you or someone you know suffered any injuries involving a deployed airbag, even if your accident was your fault, you could be entitled to compensation. Morgan & Morgan has already recovered millions. Act now and do not delay.
Time to turn talk into action. Step 1, fire up your BetMGM Sportsbook. Step 2, make your pick. And Step 3, showtime. Now that hunch has some weight to it. Every play, every game means something more. Because now, you're betting with the king of sportsbooks.
Sundays are for football. WNKY 40 is your go-to for the NFL. Watch games all day on WNKY, CBS 40, and NBC 40.
For 19 months, Ukrainian troops have been trying to oust invading Russian soldiers in what Zelensky calls a fight for democracy. NBC's Alice Barr is on Capitol Hill with details of Zelensky's visit.
Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky dressed in his signature fatigues, bringing his nation's fight to the White House and the U.S. Capitol, where he met with lawmakers in both parties and both chambers.
We spoke about everything, about support, about the situation on the battlefield, about our plans.
President Zelensky trying to secure billions more in aid as his military struggles to break through entrenched Russian forces in a grinding counteroffensive.
Mr. Zelensky said, if we don't get the aid, we will lose the war.
But that aid is in question as House Republicans push for spending cuts and for proof Ukraine can win the war.
I thought it was direct. I thought it was productive. I raised issues with them. We're very concerned about accountability.
Democratic Senator John Fetterman telling me he heard a clear message in the closed-door meeting that Ukraine has a path to victory with U.S. support.
I consider it a bargain to be able to break and humiliate Russia in the world stage.
Responding to lawmaker questions, President Zelensky said his top priorities are F-16 fighter jets and long-range missile systems. Zelensky making his urgent plea amid fresh attacks at home while showing his gratitude in a wreath-laying ceremony at the Pentagon's 9/11 memorial, a symbolic gesture underscoring a shared fight for freedom. In Washington, Alice Barr, NBC News.
Well, stay with us. We'll have a final look at your forecast coming up right after this.
I'm attorney Deborah Brose. I am committed to my clients across South Central Kentucky. But don't just take it from me. If you've suffered a personal injury, I can help. Call our office today for a free consultation.
We all want our kids to have a future here in Kentucky. That's why I'm working hard to bring more jobs here. Companies big and small are setting up all over Kentucky, revitalizing communities and creating thousands of good-paying jobs. Over 46,000 more jobs than we had before COVID. Unemployment has never been lower, and we've helped hundreds of businesses launch or expand. This is Kentucky's future. Our economy is on fire. Let's keep it going.
I'm waking up my day, so let's get it started. Turn it up, turn it on, keep the morning moving right along.
Watch WNKY News 40 Sunrise for the latest in local news.
Good morning, and thank you for joining us here on News 40 Sunrise.
Weather on the 4s to get you out the door.
Good morning to everyone at home.
And local events and entertainment to jumpstart your day.
News 40 Sunrise Way.
Weekday mornings starting at 6.
Warren County Public Schools is hosting a bus driver and monitor job fair Saturday, September 23rd, 8 to noon. Bus monitor starting salary $14 per hour. Bus driver starting salary $17.68 per hour. You can also apply now at warrencountyschools.org.
Whoa! Big news! DraftKings Sportsbook is coming to Kentucky. You'll be so dialed into every play that you forget to eat your wings. You made my wings cold, DraftKings. Flailing your arms like you can disrupt the free throw. Miss, fool! And a home run will have you crying like it's the birth of your child. I'm so happy.
DraftKings Sportsbook is coming to Kentucky. New customers, download the app now to get $200 in bonus bets when we go live. Because life's more fun when you're in on the action. The crown is yours.
Yeah.
The competition is on.
This is nerve-wracking.
Do you have what it takes for Jeopardy? Weeknights at 6 on NBC 40.
Welcome back. We're a little dark there for a minute. Christy, turn the lights out on us.
Sorry. Did we forget to pay the bill? Is that what it was?
Anyway,
Okay.
Welcome back. Look, there we are again. We're just having a hard time with it. We're trying to show you some beautiful fall
This is
pictures.
an effect. This is a beautiful effect. We're just showing the effects, all the stuff we can do.
Trying to do it on purpose.
Yeah, that's right. And one of those is to get you to become a weather watcher. First thing to do is take a picture of that QR code down at the bottom of your screen, and then send me a photo at weather@WNKY.com, all sponsored by JB Electric, and you could see your beautiful fall photo right here on the weather. So do it.
Yes.
Do it now.
Send them on. Absolutely.